So, this afternoon I was thinking about how lately some of the symptoms over the time, a lot of the symptoms I've had have been, weakness and various infirmities. And I was just, how I think the kid over next, across the way was blinded. And I remember in childhood a couple of times I went blind. And I came really close to it. The fact that I wear these thick glasses to begin with, I think that could have been avoided. And that a lot of people here want to have a disabled kid, a kid who does not have the liability of autonomy, but has the benefit of benefits. And if they're coming up with a way to give people the symptoms of muscular dystrophy, which I guess they're calling Duchenne's these days. It might be a specific type of it, but basically muscular dystrophy like Jerry's kids. In an adult, it would have a different effect than if you started exposing a child to it at an age where they hadn't developed habits yet, or a sense of self, and certain brain centers and related to muscle skills would never develop. So even if you stopped exposing them to the chemical, such as that they, if they lived too long, I don't know. And I was also thinking about, I wrote on my blog one time about the kind of thinking in the medical industry that they would call people Duchenne's and Asperger's. And then I was thinking about how people twist my writings and was trying to say that I was calling these people Duchenne's and Asperger's and saying they should all be killed and stuff like that. And if they showed that to people who knew me from back when, they would be saying things like, this isn't the person I knew, or either something really bad has happened to her, or this is an imposter. And but what really happened is a heavily edited and rewritten thing was presented to people who knew me, and and then they weren't sufficiently critical of the people who brought it, thinking surely they wouldn't, they haven't fabricated this out of whole cloth, but basically they took a cloth that I made and just sort of rubbed it lightly on something else. And I think that's happened to me. I think there have been significant incidents in my life that have been caused by things like that. And it doesn't matter if you write things or don't write things, but I post it, things in public so that everybody has the recourse to look at the source material. If they choose not to do that, then they have some splaining to do or something.